Hi everyone, Sarah here from Ms. Teach Law Tutoring. I'm recording this message for my current junior high and high school students and their parents, but really the message could really be appropriate for anybody during this time in those grade levels. I just want to say, in particular here in Nova Scotia, we've been told we've got 2 more weeks off from school, and my message is please don't treat that as a vacation. I sometimes get the impression that students are only interested in learning if they're going to be graded on something. And while grades are all important for future endeavors, it's not really the main purpose of going to school. The main purpose is to learn. So to keep you learning, I have some suggestions. If you have an outline, so for example, let's say you've just completed a chapter in your textbook and you don't know what's coming next, you'll go to your outline that your teacher provided to figure out where you should be starting. If you don't have an outline at all, then you can go to the Nova Scotia curriculum guides. I'm providing a link below. Those guides are quite extensive. They outline the outcomes that you're required to meet. You may have to scroll a little further down to get like an example problem that might give you a better idea of what that looks like. But for the most part, you're looking for the proper terminology, either in your outline or that curriculum guide, so that you can then do a Google search to get resources that you need. Now, your textbooks, hopefully you have them at home. The textbook is, it's either been chosen because it meets all of the outcomes, so it's following your curriculum, or the textbook has been written specifically for your curriculum. So you could just continue working through your textbook. And I know obviously reading textbooks is not really the best way to learn. A lot of people struggle with learning in just that way. So there are lots of videos online. I would suggest Khan Academy. I'll put a link to that below. I looked at that this morning, and the founder has put together suggested schedule for certain grade levels. So a schedule for your day, like for your school day. And he's included breaks in there as well. And he's got links for the different subject matter, like math, for example. So if you click on math, then it'll divide it up into different categories like algebra, trigonometry, etc. So, you might not be 100% certain like where you're supposed to be finding the particular outcome you're trying to meet. You might have to just do a regular search for the terminology that's in your outline or in your textbook to find what you need. Or you can always shoot me a message to ask where I think maybe you should start. And so, obviously, it's not 100% ideal. You have your textbook, you have these videos, but there's no real interaction with anybody. So you may watch the video and think, oh, I really understand that. That really makes sense to me. Then I totally get that. Then you go to do the practice problem and you read it, and either you have no clue how to get started, or you get partway through and you don't know how to finish, or you complete it and you're not getting the right answer. So the only way to figure that out, really, the most ideal way, is to be able to ask somebody. So that's what I'm here for, and I have free time. So if you want to make an appointment, just send me a message to find out when I'm available. Also, this is a really good time to do a lot of extra things that you've been thinking about doing and just have been putting off. And one thing in particular I find a lot of students put off until their grade 12 year is figuring out what it is they're going to be doing after high school. So it's never too early to start career exploration, searching for programs that you're interested in, and figuring out what kind of scholarships you might be eligible for. Ideally, you really want to be starting this whole search in grade 10, because your grade 11 year is the most important year grade-wise, because those are the marks that you're going to be submitting in at the beginning of the grade 12 year. And so obviously you need to have somewhat of a clue what kind of career you think you might want to have. sometimes people go backwards and they are finding out what kind of school and what program they want to take, and then afterwards deciding what kind of career they want. That's the wrong order. You want to figure out the career first. Is there even going to be work available in this field? Then find the right type of program to pursue that career, and then find the school that has the best program for you. And then once you figure that out, what kind of scholarships am I available for? And there's a lady, Janet McDonald from My Campus GPS, who's an expert in all of these things. And she has lots of free resources. She has a Facebook page with lots of videos and lots of great information for you. She has a website with a blog. Please go and visit her website. I'll put a link below. Also, college and university is not for everybody, and not necessarily even saying that that's always going to be the case, but maybe by the end of the grade 12 year, you are not actually ready to go to university or college, and a gap year is not a bad thing. I know a lot of parents are really nervous about that. But you can gain a lot of knowledge and learn a lot about yourself in a gap year. There's a lady or a team who started the Canadian Gap Year Association. It's a non-for-profit organization. They have lots of resources to help you with a gap year, to make the most of your gap year. So it's not a vacation. It's a time to do some volunteer work or do some traveling or, gain some employment, maybe even do some job shadowing to try and figure out what your next course of action is. So I highly recommend that you go visit their Facebook page for videos and their website for other resources. And finally, make sure that you're taking some breaks and make sure that you're interacting with your friends. You can still be social online. Hopefully the internet does not give out on us. Schedule some like Skype or FaceTime or Facebook Messenger time with your friends. I'm planning on playing bingo with my friends. I found some bingo cards that you can print off through Excel, and a bingo number generator online. I'll put links to those below as well. So I'm planning on meeting with my friends and playing bingo with them. And so yeah, you should do those kinds of things too if you're not completely self-isolated inside the house, and make sure you get outside and go for a walk and get some vitamin D. And I hope maybe I'll see you. Bye.